Hello, everyone, and welcome back to an episode of the Nordic and Leblock podcast. It is Friday, August 9th, 2025. I am your host here, Nordic 97, joined with Leblock, James. Leblock, how we doing?
We're doing fantastic on this lovely Friday.
It is a lovely Friday. We're recording this on Thursday, but we're already so happy because tomorrow is Friday. And that means the weekend's almost here.
Yes, sir.
So that's obviously great. Yeah, that's obviously great. This is episode number 64. All right, we got some stuff to talk about here. We got a couple of things going into next season. We got a couple of things talking about right now, present day. So let's just hop right into it here. We're going to start off with a couple of discussions about current RFAs, restricted free agents. We're going to talk about like 4 or 5 of them here, maybe go a little bit further. There's a total of 23 currently, but there's only maybe 4 or 5 that are actually notable or important. So let's hop right into it here. Starting off with the number one guy, maybe not the number one guy for some people, but I am going to talk like he's the number one guy. Luke Hughes. We're going to start off with him first and foremost, of the New Jersey Devils. And he's obviously coming off of his $925K entry-level contract. Hughes, in the last 3 seasons with New Jersey, has been playing consistently. Most recently, put up 44 points in 71 games played. His career totals, 93 points in 155 games played. His plus-minus total, which I think is notable for defensemen, minus 34. So that's interesting to see there. Luke Hughes played time here on the first pairing and second pairing for the Devils. What do you think realistically would be his money? I feel like he's going to get a bridge deal for sure, just not 100% sure of how much that would be necessarily.
Yeah, I was going to say that Luke Hughes isn't a guy I look at like, let's give him the 8-year deal. I look at it and say, let's bridge him. Let's just the bridge. I feel like Luke Hughes should be demanding anywhere between $4 million and $6 million.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't think he's really worth anything more than that. You just look at his overall stats. Like, I don't think he's worth an $8 million player yet. However, you should not be going for a full 8-year deal. You should be going for a bridge deal. That way you can prove yourself in the next 2 or 3 years and then ask for that money that you really want. So I totally agree with that.
I think the bridge deal is for players who, if they don't want the long-term extension, they can get the shorter term with lower money that they think they probably should get more, and then prove yourself. That's what the bridge deal is for. It's to prove yourself 3-year, 2-year contract.
Exactly. So yeah, I totally agree with that. I just think Luke Hughes isn't there yet, not ready to go for a big contract. I've been wrong before. Maybe the Devils want to just take that risk now, but I honestly would be very shocked if they went down that road. All right, next up then, Marco Rossi of the Minnesota Wild, coming off of a 3-year, $863K deal. He has been way better than Luke Hughes has. It's definitely taken a little bit more time to get to the NHL fully, but this past year had a really good year, 60 points in 82 games played, has 101 points in 185 games played. Very solid player, but we're hearing the Minnesota Wild are actually lowballing him on some of his contracts. I've seen most recently a report of a 5x5, I think is what I was seeing, which isn't crazy, but it's definitely lower than what I would offer Marco Rossi. I get why he's a little bit like I want to raise, but what do you think? Do you think he's worth more than $5 million?
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. Like, I think Rossi's ask is like 7-8 mil. I think that's what I saw, and there were 7 or 8 million. And he wants to stay in Minnesota. I
think he does too. I don't think he wants to leave.
I don't understand why. If Bill Guerin says apparently their relationship isn't the greatest according to the reports we've seen out there. But I don't get why you wouldn't want this guy. Rossi had a fantastic year, especially when Kaprizov went out with injury. And Eriksson went out with injury.
Agreed. Yeah, just like he looked phenomenal with the Minnesota Wild, and I can't see a world where he's not with this. Like, I just don't understand. I think that Guerin's lowballing him because he's still in the mind that the Wild have no money. They have money now. They have the Parise and Sutter money. I don't understand why. Like, I get it. Like, you may not want to spend all of it on him, but at the same time, like, you have money now. You are going to be able to do this. The cap is going up. He's not asking for an insane amount of money. Honestly, get him locked up to this now, so then that way he doesn't go off next year and then you have to pay him even more. So, like, I don't understand. It's it's so weird to me.
Like, Rossi had 60 points. I think a 60-point player. I think $8 million is a crazy ask for a 60-point player. And I bet you next season, if he's under contract, he's gonna not double it, but he could get up to the 80s in points.
Well, he's trending up, too. We're forgetting that. Like, the last couple of seasons in Minnesota have been very good for him. 40 points in 23-24, and then 60 in 24-25. So he's trending up. That's the other thing that people are forgetting. So, like, again, like, if they sign him to an $8 million contract, I wouldn't be worried. Honestly, it's a good deal, in my opinion. So I don't get why Guerin hasn't gone in the direction of doing that just yet. It's very, very strange to me.
Guerin's an odd individual. Like, he
is. He definitely is. Next up, then, Mason McTavish is also on the board for the Anaheim Ducks. This past year with Anaheim, put up 52 points in 76 games played. He's been a very respectable player throughout his career with them. 140 points in 229 games played. McTavish, we have not heard a lot about him in a sense that we're not hearing a lot about his contract. I haven't heard anything about offers or anything like that. Maybe the Anaheim Ducks are just keeping that on the down low. They'd like to do that a lot, but I haven't really heard anything about his necessary ask. I think this guy, he's a consistent 50-point scorer. I feel like he should be worth a little less, maybe around where Marco Rossi's asking for, which is a $7-8 million range. I think that's fair for a guy like him, not to mention he just took a step this past year as well. So 20-goal scorer.
What I'm hearing is it's mostly that the Anaheim Ducks might just trade him.
That's what I have heard. Yes, I've seen so many teams be interested in him. I saw Detroit was in on him. I saw Montreal. A few other teams Montreal was looking in on him. Yes, just a bunch of other teams were in on him, and I still don't get why they would just go out and trade him. It just doesn't make any sense to me. There must be really big bad things going on there between the two clubs.
I don't know what it is. I'm not inside that room, but for a guy you drafted third overall, and by the way, Pat Verbeek drafted him. This isn't like a new GM came in.
Yeah, it's
Verbeek drafted McTavish. So I don't understand. And you just got rid of Zegras, so McTavish going forward should be your number 2 or number 3, depending on where you want to put Mikkel Granlund in the lineup. But
should be number 2.
Should be
honestly.
Number 2, exactly. So I don't understand what they're going to do here unless they trade him for. I don't even know what they would get for him. I think we got a lot, and I think I've had this opinion since early in the offseason. I think I've told you this. I see a world where Mason McTavish is a Carolina Hurricane.
I see that too. We have discussed that before. I will give you credit for that. I don't understand why. I don't understand why these GMs aren't just signing these players to contracts. The ask for all of them isn't that crazy, especially if McTavish is asking for $7 million. It's not horrible. Honestly, he's going to improve. He's going to get better.
Yeah, the cap's going up too. So I don't get what the I don't know. In the words of my father, what's the fucking issue?
Yeah, I don't understand why this is taking us so long. So I'm a little bit confused by that. Very strange, but I guess we'll see where it goes from here. We have heard rumors that it's going to happen, but I honestly have no clue.
Hope for Anaheim's sake, he resigns. I think getting rid of McTavish would be a huge mistake.
Me too, for sure. I totally agree with that. I don't get why there are rumors of him being traded, so I really hope that he does actually stick around in Anaheim. We got Connor Zary now up next from Calgary. Zary, a little bit interesting. He spent the last couple of seasons with the Flames. He had 61 points in 117 games played. He played just 54 games this past year for 27 points. Zary should not be worth a lot for any means necessary. 60-point score in his career. more or less through 60 points in his career. It shouldn't be any more than like 5 million. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'll be honest. I don't think Zary should get 5 million. I think he should get maybe 4.
Yeah, maybe no more than 4.
Compared to the results we've seen on the ice from him, like he was injured for a good chunk of the year. Got 27 points, 54 games. That's like half. That's like half point per game.
Pretty much
than that. And it was his season. His career high is 34 points. Now he's never played a full NHL season. I feel like Zary is once again a candidate for a bridge deal.
Pretty much. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bridge deal. I honestly think it could be like a 2-year deal worth like $3 million. I think that's what we're going to see from Zary. I don't know why this is taking so long. I'm a little confused.
We know this. RFAs go late in the offseason. We've said this so many times. We've seen it so many times too. Remember when Zegras, he got signed like a couple days before training camp?
Yeah, that did happen. So again, maybe Connor Zary is one of those instances, but this guy's not a bad player, but he's not that good of a player statistically. So I guess we'll have to see what comes of that. But Zary, nothing really too much there to report on. Let's do 2 more. Wyatt Kaiser from Chicago has spent the last couple of years with the team. Has been a decent defenseman from what I can tell by these numbers. Played 57 games, had 8 points. His plus minus is a 0 for playing 57 games with Chicago. That's actually pretty good. So you can tell that by those numbers, he's statistically actually been a pretty decent defenseman the last couple of years for the Blackhawks. I mean, again, like I don't know a ton about Kaiser. He's a defensive defenseman. I feel like a defensive defenseman should probably get around $3 million at that pace. I don't think it's going to be much more.
I was going to say defensive defensemen do not get the bag. So my assumption is 2.5 to 3 mil would be a good bridge on like a 2-year deal.
Definitely, yeah. And then last place is Riker Evans, who had 25 points last year with Seattle, 34 points in his career. He's not that bad. He's actually put up good numbers in Coachella Valley. I feel like this guy, though, is going to be another bridge deal candidate. He got paid 2.1. He might get like a little bit more than that, like a $3 million deal, honestly. So nothing too crazy there from Evans.
Evans is decent, but Seattle's also signed some defensemen to come in, and I feel like that's going to take away from his time. So bridge him. There's no need to extend him long term, at least for now.
Yep. Yeah, that's the other problem for sure. We weren't really thinking about that. And then that being said, we went through like 5 there. Which one do you think is going to get signed first?
Probably, I'm going to be blunt. Probably Riker Evans.
I'm going to say Evans too. Which one do you think gets signed last?
I'm going to say Luke Hughes.
I'm going Rossi. I haven't heard anything about Rossi being signed. And then we say that and they get signed tomorrow.
Yeah,
so,
but I haven't heard any. For McTavish, we've heard something. Rossi, we've heard the issues. Luke Hughes, it's silent on the Western Front right now. There's nothing going on. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I'm going to be blunt. I forgot Hughes was an RFA until we looked before we started the pod. So, yeah, just kind of brutal there, to be honest with you. We'll have to see what happens there with Luke Hughes. But that being said, let's move away from that. We are going to start a series over the next 2 episodes talking about our way too early standings predictions. We're going to do the Eastern Conference here first. LeBlock, I have it sorted by conference.
Okay.
Do you have it sorted by conference?
I have it sorted by division.
Okay, we can do division. It doesn't really matter. I got conference. We can do division.
What
That's
I'm thinking we do is go from 8 to 1. We'll start in the Atlantic, and let's say when we go 3, 2, 1, we'll say who's 8th, and then we'll go 7th, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, got it. Okay, so we'll do. You want to do Atlantic or Metro first?
Why don't we always do the Atlantic first? Let's start with the Metro.
All right, Metropolitan Division in the 8th spot. 3, 2, 1. Penguins. Yes, Pittsburgh Penguins there. I actually have Pittsburgh, and I did my point projections. I actually have Pittsburgh finishing as the 2nd worst team in the NHL with 58 points.
I have Pittsburgh last in the East, so.
Yeah, I have Pittsburgh last in the East as well.
I don't have my numbers yet. When we get to the fall, when we do our big preview, we'll probably have full numbers and everything for me. But for me, it's just you see it's coming. Like,
Yes.
like
NHL.com put out their projected lineups. Pittsburgh's is literally awful. It is so bad. It's like Crosby and Malkin, and then like Ricard, Raquel, and Rust, and like nobody else.
and then
Like
I
it's
can't
literally a
name
wasteland.
Cody Glass. Like,
Cody Glass is on that. Like they got like Koivunen in there. They got like Tommy Novak, Philip Tomasino.
like
I have to pull up the lineup for myself. Like I can't really name any of a lot of the guys either.
yeah, and then like goaltending, like look at they're between the pipes. Blomqvist has promise, and Shelov's just won the Calder Cup, but like none of those guys are starter caliber goalies.
And Tristan Jarry's still there. We're forgetting about that. So he's still there with the team. That's something we're forgetting about. Here, I had to pull it up. Look at the this is a brutal lineup. You have Blake Lizotte on here. They did acquire a guy like Justin Brazeau, which won't be bad, but honestly, a lot of these players are just not that great. And the blue line is still the same, more or less. You got Letang and Carlson who are falling off. It's not great. It's not great at all. All right, 7th in the Metropolitan Division. 3, 2, 1, Flyers.
Islanders.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll let you explain yours first. I have Flyers. You have Islanders. Tell me why.
So the Islanders, once again, it's Waugh still the coach, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So you got coming in, all the vets you had last year have departed.
Pretty much.
You have
Pretty much.
you're gonna have this is a younger team now. So we're gonna see you have Anders Lee. You're gonna have rookie Matthew Schaefer probably on the team next year. Struggling between the pipes is just gonna help, but I don't think that defense is capable of stopping pucks. I don't think the offense is capable of putting up the points it needs to put up. I think the Islanders, first of all, and here the Islanders are bad. It's not a bad thing either.
No, it's not. Definitely.
So
Kind of like Pittsburgh, honestly.
and I feel like they're a tier above Pittsburgh. So I feel like Pittsburgh is bad, bad, bad. The Islanders are a step above that. They'll still be competitive, but they're not
The Islanders are just bad. The Islanders are just bad. They're not bad. They're just bad. According to your lot. Nah, I get that. For me, Sorokin is a big part of why they're higher. So I'll just say that. Philadelphia, a lot of new names there. I still think they're a young team that's still developing. Here's the thing, though, with Philadelphia, and I've been saying this for years. They're going to be bad, but they're going to be fun bad. They're going to be fun bad. They will be entertainingly bad. Just like how they've been the last couple of years. They'll be entertainingly bad. Like you can actually watch a game and enjoy it. And if they still lose, they lose. It's not that bad. So I think Philadelphia's going to be the same thing. You're going to see a lot of new faces up there in the lineup. You're going to see Alex Bump probably get a full-time NHL spot. Nikita Gurbankin will play games as well. Trevor Zegras is there too. Dvorak. And yeah, the only reason why they're not higher for me is that blue line is just so bad.
Yeah, the blue
bad.
Philly. I got questions about their blue line. I think between the pipes they'll be better.
Definitely.
You bring in Vladar, who Vladar is going to be the starter. I don't see a year where they run Urson back as the starter. Urson was decent, but
I think they'll do a tandem, in my opinion. All right, 6th in the Metropolitan Division. We might be swapped here. 3, 2, 1, Islanders.
Flyers.
Yeah, so we're both swapped.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'll just say my reasoning on the Islanders. I think the big part in why they're going to be 6th instead of 7th is Sorokin. And I also do want to preference that them and the Flyers, it may not be a massive gap. Actually, fun fact, I have them tied in points. I have them both at 82 points.
It's a coin flip for me. So
yeah.
I feel like Philadelphia is going to put up offense, though. That's where the line draws for me. I feel like they're going to be able to score more efficiently than the Islanders. That's where it comes from for me.
That's true.
Between the pipes, the Islanders got him beat. They got Sorokin. He's a top 5, 6 goaltender in the league. I just trust I don't trust the Islanders to put up points. That's just my thing.
Okay. All right. Moving on then, we're in 6th. We got the 5th in the Metropolitan Division. 3, 2, 1.
Devils.
Blue Jackets. Oh, you have the Devils. And here are people coming at me on Instagram saying that I'm low on the Devils. You got them 5th in the division. All right. Tell me your reasoning why. I'll tell my Blue Jackets reasoning.
Any of the moves they've made this offseason. That's the first thing I want to put out there. Second thing I want to put out there.
You don't like the Connor Brown ad or anything like that?
Listen, it doesn't move the needle. Like, Connor Brown will be good for the bottom 6, but, like, I wanted to say this. When Jack Hughes goes out this year, which he goes out for a certain amount of time every year, you saw how bad that team is. They bring in, Brown, Dadnov, those don't move the needle for me. I don't trust Heischer or Bratt to lead the team. And Bratt and Heischer are very good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think, once again, Sheldon Keefe, I don't trust it. Between the pipes, Markstrom, he was decent, but I don't trust it. I
Wow.
really do think the Blue Jackets and Rangers are going to leapfrog them.
Devils are going to win the cup this year by our luck.
I feel like the Rangers and Jackets, the Jackets. First of all, the Jackets, I feel like they're a younger team. They're better built all around. The Rangers got better. The Devils, in my opinion, did not get better. Maybe I'm completely missing on this, but I'm so low on the Devils.
Yeah, all right. Blue Jackets for me, I feel like they're still a young team. Unfortunately, I do feel like they overachieved a little bit last year. Not a lot, but they still definitely overachieved. I think still Elvis, and this is why the Devils are higher. I like Jacob Markstrom more than I like Elvis Merzlikins. I just want to put that out there. I still think the blue line is not that great in Columbus. I think it's getting better, but it's not that great. Werenski carries the workload, which is understandable, but still. I just don't think they're ready. I like their young team. It makes me very excited for the future, but just in my opinion, they're not there yet. All right, fourth in the Metropolitan Division. It's probably just a flip-flop for us once again. 3, 2, 1, Devils. You have Jackets? All right, so yeah, I'll say my reasoning on the Devils.
I got the Jackets in a wild card spot, though.
Aha, okay. I do not have the Devils or Blue Jackets in a wild card spot. I got all Atlantic and wild card. Devils, my biggest concern with them is health. And I do want to preface this. They're not that far out of a playoff spot for me. They're only like a point or two out by my projections. My biggest concern with New Jersey is the health. I'm really concerned about the Devils' health moving forward. Just Jack Hughes the last couple of seasons has not been that great. And as well as that, too, you made a very good point in saying they didn't really get anybody to help out with Hughes. Connor Brown is not going to help out with Hughes that much. However, I do think the moves they made were very good acquisitions. I'm just worried about the overall health of the team and the fact that when one player goes down, it's just the whole team crumbles. It's bad. It's pretty bad. The last couple of seasons, they've started off the year really hot and then have fallen off a cliff come January. So if they want to make the playoffs, they really need to combat that. I'm not terribly high on them heading into this coming season. However, I wouldn't be shocked if they make the playoffs. They're 100% a playoff team. If they're healthy, I do think they're a top 5 team in the division or conference without a doubt. But I just don't think that as of right now, I'm so worried about Jack Hughes and his injuries. I'm just not. I have him out.
And that's fair. And like I said, when Hughes goes out, I don't want my entire team based off of one player gets injured, the entire team falls like a sack of potatoes. I don't need that.
And I mean, it's not, but at the same time, the value that guy brings.
Yeah, in the second half of the season last year, the Devils were one of the worst teams in the NHL.
They were below 500.
Yeah.
They were, I think I did my playoff preview and I remember this. They were it was some insane record. They were a game or two below 500 because they were so good in the first half. They were 10 games above in the first half. That way, that propelled them into the playoffs, winning not really that much. So again,
I'll explain. By the way, I have the Devils just 10th in the East. I don't have them I'm not saying they're they're so bad they're a guarantee miss. No, the East is so tough that 10th place is a good finish. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, agreed. All right, what's your reasoning for Columbus?
So Columbus, and you said they overachieved. I agree the team overachieved last year, but I saw their young players take big steps forward, especially in that forward core. Adam Fantilli, Kent Johnson took a big step. I expect guys coming up to take big steps. I think Cole Cylinder's due for a breakout. And I might be funny, but I really do think he's due for a breakout. I like the guys I got coming in. Defensively, Werenski, Fabro, Provorov played decent last year enough where I could still be comfortable with that D-core. It still needs work. I'm not going to say it doesn't need work. Jet Greaves coming in is going to be a big boost to that goaltending tender. I think Jet Greaves will be the starter by the end of the season.
Yes, I agree with that. I just feel like they're still a year away, in my opinion. So
I feel like after last year, the way it went down, the way they finished, I feel like they want revenge.
it's true. Good point. All right. We'll see where that goes. All right. Third in the Metropolitan Division. Now we're into the bona fide playoff teams, divisional teams. 3, 2, 1. Capitals. All right. There you go. Capitals at 3. I'll let you go first.
All right. To start off, the Capitals had a great year last year, but they lost quite a bit of pieces.
They did. They did.
And the thing is, they didn't do much to replace those pieces. So I feel like this is going to. The goaltending is great. The defense is great. The offense, though, I think will take a step back next year.
Well, we also got to factor in. I'm trying to pull up the stat right now, but in terms of shooting percentage, and we see this every year with at least one team. At least one team has an insane shooting percentage, and that's what propels them into the playoffs. Like Washington had a 10% shooting percentage last year on shots on goal. I think it was even higher on that. I don't think I'm looking at the right stat. But again,
as a team,
yes, with shots on goal, yes,
crazy.
By the way, Buffalo had a 10% too, and they were still 7th in the Atlantic. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
anyways,
with players where shooting percentage matters, and then you see the next year where they can't replicate it. That's kind of what I feel Washington is, because they lost a lot of mostly bottom 6 pieces, but those bottom 6 pieces were pretty important.
Yeah, and I want to tell you this. Last year, Vancouver shot at a 10.6%, 23-24. They shot at a 10.6%, and they missed the playoffs. So, I mean, again, Seattle shot at a 10.34% in 2022-23, and they missed the playoffs. St. Louis shot at a 10.48% in 21-22. They missed the playoffs yet next year. Shall I go on? You shoot at a high percentage like that, it usually comes to bite you in the ass next year, which is why I would not be shocked at the slightest if Washington misses the playoffs. However, I still think they're a very good team. I think getting guys like Ryan Leonard are going to help. The youth movement is coming in. I am high on Washington, but I'll tell you this right now, the shooting percentage matters. It really does matter. So I would not be shocked if there's a regression next year.
Yeah.
At all.
You talk about the youth movement, you got guys like Leonard, Lapierre, McMichael showed flashes last year what he could do.
Protas.
Yeah, and Protas, and the other Protas coming up as well. I really do like Washington, what they're building going forward, but I think next year is going to be a little bit of a fall off. And I think there's 2 better teams in the division than them.
Agreed. I agree with that as well. All right, next up then, second in the Metropolitan Division, 3, 2, 1, Rangers. All right, so it looks like we have the same top 3. Rangers, I'll let you go first once again.
Listen, you're the New York Rangers. After a down year, there's no second down year. And going through history, the Rangers, when they have a bad year, they usually come back stronger, and they made moves to make themselves a stronger team. The Gavrikov contract, it's a long deal, but I feel like that's the guy they needed. Condre Miller had a really rough year with the Rangers. I think getting him out and replacing him with Gavrikov was the right move.
Yep.
Chris Kreider's gone. It's going to be a lot. I feel like the distractions are gone. They did what they had to do. This is going to be a new team. You still have the best goaltender in the NHL, New York Shesterkin. And I feel like they're due for a bounce back.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Mike Sullivan as head coach, I really trust that.
I do. Yeah. Again, sorry, I just turned my other light off to charge my computer. I got to say this, I think everybody is so damn low on the Rangers, and I don't get why. The Rangers are a very, on paper, they have a better team than last year. They got rid of the guys that were problems in Kreider and Miller, and they brought in better things. They signed Gavrikov, which will be a very good partner with Adam Fox. I don't understand the hate that is coming on here with the Rangers. I don't get it. people hate the Rangers just because it's the Rangers. Like, the Rangers are still a very good team. And I'm not a big fan of the Rangers either. Like, I'm not heavily rooting for New York.
We're not on the Rangers bandwagon on this podcast.
Yeah, at the same time, like, you gotta at least acknowledge that this team is better.
They are.
This team is better than what it was last year. And that's all credit to Drury, even though I've had not a fan of Drury for some of the moves he's made, they're still a way better team than they were last year.
Yeah.
So definitely. I can't understand that. All right, number 1 in the Metropolitan Division. 3, 2, 1. Hurricanes. Yeah, so Hurricanes there at number 1. I'll let you go first once again.
You're adding Ehlers to an offense. Enough said. Like, I really, they really needed another score. Especially, you look at Carolina. They went through the Metro like it was a cakewalk. They walked through Jersey. They walked through Washington. Get to the conference final. You got to play Florida. You got to get tougher. You got to score. Bring in Ehlers. I'm not sure who else they brought in though. I cannot lie. I don't not know anyone else who they brought in. Kachekov.
They really didn't bring in much of anybody else. They brought in K'Andre Miller and Nikolai Ehlers. That's about it.
Yes. K'Andre Miller, I know I just said getting rid of him on the Raiders is the right move. Having Rod Brindamore make him I feel like he's going to be a really good player for the Carolina Hurricanes under Rod Brindamore. It's also the right move.
Right.
And I think Kachekov had a not great year last year. You look at his numbers, he was under 900 save percentage. I feel Kachekov is going to have a bounce back year. And I feel like this team is the best in the division, and it's not even close. The center does scare me, though. That's the only thing that I really have an issue with.
Yeah, that does scare me. The center core definitely is a little bit They need to find somebody to fit in on that 2C spot instead of Jesperi Kotkaniemi for sure if they want to be a bona fide playoff team. But still, Carolina's a very good hockey team with the addition of Nikolai Ehlers. So I'm very excited to see how it's going to be. I actually have them best in the conference. So just put that out there. You might disagree with that, but I just wanted to put that out there. All right, that being said, we'll move on from the Metropolitan Division. We will hop into the Atlantic Division. Starting off at number 8, 3, 2, 1, Bruins. Oh, okay. You got Sabres, I got Bruins. I'll let you go first with your Sabres explanation.
Ass. So I look at that team. Your starting center is Yuri Coolidge. That's enough. So you have Yuri Coolidge starting center with Cage and then Tuck on the wing. That's a good first line. Norris. And then I'll be honest, I don't really know that much about Buffalo's forward core. Benson.
Benson and Zucker.
Zucker. Defensively, you still have a defensive problem, and you have one of the best defenses in the league. Goaltending-wise, UPL and Lyon, I don't. That's not a playoff roster to me. That's not a good roster, and I hate putting the Sabres in last. The Sabres, I want them to win so bad. It's not at my team's expense, but I want them to win so bad. But the reason they're so low, and I can see about Boston's forward core when we get into it, how their forward core is bad, how their defensive core is better than Buffalo's. But the X factor there is Swayman.
That's fair enough. That's fair. Yeah, my reasoning, I just think Boston's going to be worse next year. I just think they're going to be about not worse, about the same. I just think that it's going to be another year of kind of struggling. But I guess you are right in a way. With the Bruins, they do have Swayman, they do have McAvoy in them, so maybe I'll think about changing that for next time. But I do have the Bruins there at the last spot. I just think that this coming year is going to be a year where they kind of try and tank. I guess they really can't do that with Pasternak and all of them, but that's just my opinion. I actually really wasn't even thinking about Swayman, so I may refrain that. But yeah, Bruins there at 8 in the division. All right, number 7, 3, 2, 1, Bruins. All right, so we're just swapped again.
Yes. We don't need to go into that. But for Boston, forward core. I said Buffalo had a bad forward core, but listen, Bruins forward core, ass. I don't need to. Tanner Jeannot.
I thought a Fawcett's not really that good. Geeky's all right. That's about it, though.
I got into it with a Bruins fan, though, and they've told me that, quote, Victor Arvidsson is going to return to form from his Nashville days. And I had to just, walk away.
I thought he would in the Oilers uniform, and he didn't. So I'm not really high on him doing it in a Bruins uniform. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Victor Arvidsson Victor Arvidsson, we borderline playing first line for the Bruins. Like, that's how I put the Bruins. It's Pasta, McAvoy, Swayman, and friends. Like, that's really all it is. Because,
agreed.
Like, I can see a world where Boston is potentially 6th or 5th if Swayman goes back to form, which I think he's going to be a lot better this year. But I don't know. I think Boston's just another rough year for the Bruins. I don't think James Hagan is going to make the roster. I think he's going to go back to school.
Yeah, I think Higgins wants to go back to school. I wouldn't want to play for that team either. Yeah, I'm just being blunt. All right, 6th in the Atlantic Division. Here we go. This is where it might get controversial. 3, 2, 1. Red Wings. Okay, so we're not. So maybe that is controversial to some people. Detroit, I don't think they're ready. I'm sorry, I just don't think they're ready.
I like bringing Gibson. I think it's a great move.
I do.
The decor is still a huge, huge question mark. Like, JBD on second pair?
I don't know if he'd be second pair. I think they move up Albert.
Look at the young defense. Ooh, excuse me. Sider, Edvinson, Sherratt, JBD.
ASP is going to take another year to get to the NHL.
I don't think ASP is ready yet. And then I'm trying.
But after that, isn't
Albert Johansson? But
yeah,
that's a young decor. I don't see the offense has potential to be dangerous though.
I would love to see Detroit make the playoffs. I want to see it so bad for my girlfriend who's a Red Wings fan. I like the ad of Gibson. I just don't think they're ready yet. I feel like they need another year of just being what they are, get another decent player at the draft. Like, they have such a good team. They are going to be fun next year. They are going to be fun. Like, you can't tell me they're not going to be fun. But
I really do think the Red Wings, I have them 6, but I feel like they could be higher. Like,
I do agree with that. Just like the Atlantic is such a bloodbath after 6. So I don't know who to put, who I would move them above. I'm sorry to say, but anyway, I think they have a very good team nonetheless, but not ready yet is going to be my motto there for Detroit. All right, 5th in the division. 3, 2, 1. Canadiens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Canadiens, they're at 5th in the division. I'll let you go first on your explanation.
Now, before all the Hab fans go, okay, so listen. The center depth is still ass. You have Nick Suzuki, and that's it.
Yeah, it's Nick Suzuki. It's
Kirby Dach.
That's my big problem. Yeah. Kirby Dach, and he might not even be healthy.
Josh Anderson and Jake Evans. I'm sorry. Those 3 players I just mentioned, those are bottom 6 players.
Yep, agreed.
Now you could say, well, you said the same with Carolina. Yeah, Carolina's a lot better. A lot better.
Carolina has a way better forward core than Montreal's, and not a lot of question marks. They also have Jacob Slavin on the back end, who's an incredible blue liner. Yeah. And not an offensive guy like Lane Hudson. So
yeah, defensively in Montreal, the goal was to fix the defense defensively. They didn't do that. You could say, but no.
Dobson will help, but still.
Dobson's another offensive defenseman. He had a very bad year last year. I think Montreal's defense will be better. I don't think it's going to be at the level of defensively that it should be at.
Yeah, it's not going to be the level defensively you want it to be.
And I think I told you this off camera. I don't see the need to go get a Noah Dobson when you had Lane Hudson.
Feels a little bit weird. I think it still does help out the top 4, though. I just think, defensively is my biggest qualm. They're not great defensively, and they don't have a goaltender on the back end that is that good goaltending-wise. Montemol's a good goalie, but he's not a great goalie.
I'm interested to see how this all plays out.
I am, too. I feel like there's going to be people that get surprised about how Montreal plays. I don't want to say they overachieved. Just I look at this team unless Boldu and Demidov take massive steps, I don't know they're not going to be any higher than 5th for me. I do have them in the playoff spot though.
I do not. I have them just missing just missing
Okay,
because
I do have them in a playoff spot, so I do want to preface that.
yeah, I think I have Columbus getting their revenge because I feel like it fits the narrative.
Yeah, I have all Atlantic teams in wild card spots. All right, number 4 in the Atlantic Division. 3, 2, and this is a big surprise. 3, 2, 1, Panthers.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, I'll let you say your piece.
Listen, I've been told, quote, I'm too low in Ottawa, but this is real life. Okay? This is where it's at. You got Allmark, Maryland. I love the goaltending tandem. The defense did get better. You're losing Travis Hamonic and you're bringing in Jordan Spence. So that's an upgrade already. Forward core is fine. The forward core is like, it was like, I need a top 6 forward. Not at those prices. Okay, not at those prices.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a year full of Zetterlund will be good, and that'll be good. So the top line's looking like Kachuk, Stutzler, Zetterlund, and then Bafferson, Cousins, Drew, or Perron. That's pretty decent top 6 in my book. Bottom 6, you could see Pinto, Greg, Amadio, and then Cousins, between Kaliev, Eller. I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Missing somebody. But the forward core is fine. I feel like they're running it back. The same team as last year. And guess what? Last year worked out pretty well, and they got a little better. So I feel like this is the spot they're going to be in. I don't think they're better than Toronto, Florida, or Tampa at this moment, though.
All right. Florida was on cruise control all of last year, essentially, and they made the playoffs. And people forget they were 1 point back of being a wild card team.
They were.
So I just want to put that out there. Florida, I do think actually might be a better team than they were last year with Marchand added to the mix. But I just want to say this right here, right now. I don't think they're going to be a better team. I think we're going to see Matthew Tkachuk miss the start of the season. I think that's happening. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
I wouldn't be shocked if there's somebody else who misses time. And I overall just think like they don't play the way they do in the regular season like they do in the playoffs. And that's fine. That is fine, too, because me having them in 4th does not mean I have them losing early in the playoffs, even though I did that last year. We'll ignore that. I do think that, like, this Panthers team is very good. Having them in 4th does not change that. I just think with Florida, the way they are, the way they play, and the way some of these other teams are, I think they're going to be 4th in the division. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't have them in 4th by like a massive gap between them and 3rd. It's a 1 point difference again. Like that's just how the Atlantic's going to be this year.
Yeah, they have guys missing time to start the season. That could play a factor, but we said that about Tampa too a couple years ago.
True.
But yeah, that's I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's an insane take because it could happen. I'm not going to and tell you like it's not out of the question at all. So it's bold. I'll give you that.
All right, third in the Atlantic. These are divisional teams. 3, 2, 1. Senators. Oh, okay. So you have Maple Leafs at 3rd. I have Sens at 3rd. Let me do my Senators explanation first. I just think Ottawa's going to take another step. That's what I think. I really like the Sens team. Getting the ad of Allmark. I can see you smirking there. I know this is making you so happy. I just like Allmark. If he can stay healthy and then Maryland in there as the backup, I think it's just perfect. Getting Eller. Think of a different capital. They already have Jensen. I think just those guys, that ad, and then I look at that blue line. Getting Jordan Spence is going to be a good ad. I like that whole top 6 there in Ottawa as a defense pairing. I like that whole top 6 as the forward core and that bottom 6. I think Ottawa's on the upwards. I think they're going to finish 3rd in the division. It's not going to be by a lot, but it will be 3rd in the division. What's your explanation on Toronto?
I mean, I'd love to see Ottawa finish 3rd in the division, but Toronto, let's see. You lost Marner. We're not going to avoid that. It happened. Let's move on.
Yeah, it did happen.
The money you used to not pay Marner and go out and get something else. First of all, Nick Waugh, good 3rd-line center. Coda Joshua, Mateus Michelli, these are all guys I look at and I say it's high risk, it's low risk, high reward.
Yeah,
And
not.
I want to put them in the middle somewhere. I don't think they're going to overachieve. I don't think they're going to underachieve. I think they're going to be just in the middle, and I think third place is just where you want to be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, goaltending, Stolarz and Wall, one of the best tandems in the league. Defensively, it's one of the best defensive units in the league outside of Morgan Riley.
I agree.
I feel like this team, you're very well coached. So, as much as I hate to say it, Toronto is going to be a playoff team. Much people are like, oh, Toronto's going to fall out of the playoffs. Listen.
No, I don't believe that.
Listen, I have dreams too, but that's not going to happen. They're here to stay.
Yeah. All right. So I don't want to say anything because I have them somewhere. All right. Second in the Metro Atlantic. Three, two, one. Maple Leafs. All right. There you go. So I'll say my thoughts on the Maple Leafs now. Yeah. I mean, like, again, I'm going to just say this. I actually have a 3-point difference between for second, third, and fourth in the Atlantic. I have the Maple Leafs at 97. I have the Senators at 96 and the Panthers at 95. I don't know if that's possible, but whatever. I believe that Toronto will still be ahead of those teams. I just think that they still have Matthews. They still have Nylander. They still have a very good top six on paper. The question marks are question marks. Their blue line's still very good. Their goaltending's still very good. As long as everything stays that way, they should finish top two. But I do think there will be a regression offensively without Mitch Marner, and people are going to be very shocked at that when we get to that point. So I do want to preface that by saying that. Yeah, just Toronto. I have them finishing second. What's your explanation with Florida?
Injured to start the year, but I don't think they're going to be out until January with those injuries. Florida,
Yeah, it's
like you said, Florida finished third last year, and I feel like they got a better team to start the year. And I don't know. I feel like Toronto is going to take a step back. Florida is going to keep pace. And the team above them, I feel, is going to take a big step. After the last couple years of what's gone on, I haven't seen the team yet, but I feel like this is where we are right now. I feel like Florida is the... Yeah. I just feel like Florida, like you said, they don't take the regular season that seriously.
You're right. I agree with that. So definitely something that we'll have to monitor. But Florida definitely doesn't take the season that seriously. I agree with that. All right. First overall in the Atlantic Division. 3, 2, 1. Lightning. There you go. The Lightning strike.
Agree. Like, I don't know what it is. We just always agree.
I mean, we always either agree or it's rotated. I think the biggest one we had is Florida. That's the biggest agreement we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa, again, just like Kucherov. I mean, like, they have Vasilevsky there. They'll still be a very good team. I feel like Toronto got worse. Florida, I feel like it's going to be Florida. Ottawa's not ready to challenge first in the Atlantic yet, maybe. But, like, I think Tampa is just – they're the best team in the division, honestly.
What's gone on in Tampa Bay the past 2 seasons, that I feel like to get around it, you don't want to play Toronto. You don't want to play Florida. In my university, yours, they're the wild card. But
my universe, they play Florida.
So to avoid that, you need to win the Atlantic. And I feel like Florida, after getting bounced in back-to-back years in the first round, I feel like they're going to come out hungry. You like those long summers? I know they don't.
Oh, definitely not.
So this is where it comes, and I feel like you could say, oh, they've gotten older. I have a lot of pundits I've seen have Tampa pretty low. Like, I've seen them as low as 4th, even 5th. I don't think that's going to be possible, though. This team is too good. We see this team dominate on a nightly basis. They're still, in my opinion, they're the cream of the crop with Florida and Toronto of the Atlantic Division.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't think Tampa's ahead by a mile, but I definitely think like they're going to be first in that division for sure for me. So definitely, I totally agree with that take, 100%. All right, so that's the division wrap-ups. Who do you have winning the East? Do you have Tampa winning the East?
I got Carolina.
Oh, so you were calling me crazy. I had Carolina win the East.
Oh, winning the no, I thought you said you had them first in the East.
Yeah, winning the Eastern Conference. Like,
Yeah, I have Carolina finally getting out because I feel like Florida won't make the conference finals.
Okay then. Oh, I meant like regular season, but sure. Okay.
Regular season. I have Tampa winning the.
Oh, okay. All right. And then who is the last place team in the Eastern Conference for you between Pittsburgh? Okay. All right. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. All right. So, what do you want to do the buy or sell thing that you wanted to
We'll
do?
do it. Some of mine have been spoiled, but we'll still do it.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna pick two teams that we're buying in on and two teams that we're selling on. I think this should be a little bit obvious. Are we doing both conferences?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Let's try and make it a rule. Let's do one Eastern Conference team we're buying on and one Eastern Conference team we're selling on, and then one
change
Western
one then
Conference.
because I have three Western teams. So
wow, I was only going to do two each. All right. I'm going to start off with a team that I am selling on, and that is going to be the Los Angeles Kings. Not high on the Kings at all this year. I actually have them missing the playoffs. Surprise, surprise. I don't like their roster. I don't like the ads of Cody Ceci. I think that it's kind of funny because they said they were going to make some huge changes, but their roster's honestly like the same for the most part. So I'm not very high on them this year. I think they're going to take a step back. Ken Holland's moves were not good. Yeah, I'm just not very high on LA this year.
A team that I'm buying on, and you're gonna hate me when I say this, the Utah Mammoth.
You're buying on them?
I'm buying on them.
I
mean,
You're jinxing it. You're jinxing it. Yeah. Okay. So why?
Listen, I like what they did in free agency, picking up guys like Brandon Tanev, Nate Schmidt. That's good depth for Utah. The young core's coming together. Cooley had a very underrated season. Get a healthy Gumpher. I like the goaltending tandem, the defense, Marino healthy. They can challenge for a wild card spot. And I feel like a team that I'm selling on is going to slip out of one of those spots.
Ooh, okay. All right, I'll let you tell. Actually, no, because it's in the Western Conference. Never mind. I'm going to continue my sell. I'm going to go just with the Devils. I'm selling on the Devils on the Eastern Conference. Just not the very high on them,
in my
opinion. So, yeah, checkmate. You have the Devils too?
I do have the Devils as well.
We can have the same team. Like, it's not like it's a bad thing. So, yeah, not high on the Devils. My biggest concern, again, is the health of them. I guess we'll see where that goes. But, I don't know.
I'm agreeing with you with selling on the Devils, but I'm going to tell you the team I'm selling on in the West, though, because I already did my buy. My sell in the West, the guys who I think are going to slip out, give me the Minnesota Wild.
Ooh, okay. I'll tell you the team that I am buying on in the West, the Calgary Flames. I have them making the playoffs.
I honestly don't hate that, but the reason I'm selling on Minnesota is that you look at in here. Fleury, he was a rock as a backup. He's gone. You now have to rely on Gustafsson and Wallstead to lead the ship into battle.
I'm not wrong. I'm not mad about that.
I don't think Wallstead is ready. I don't think
Wallstead's ready either, but we're acting like he's going to play like...
I know, but I still... Gustafsson is still flippy-floppy.
Okay.
We don't know what's going to happen with Rossi. Boldy's still got to get signed, too. On paper, they're decent. Like, defensively, though, Z Boyum is he the guy now? I don't know. I don't like their offense. Their bottom six needs work. I feel like Utah's going to snatch their spot.
Okay. I actually have Utah not making the playoffs. So I just wanted to put that out there for you. And then the team that I am buying on, or actually, no, I'll talk about Calgary a little bit. I am buying on Calgary. I just think like Dustin Wolf is going to help out a lot more. I overall just think like they're going to be a team that like slips into the playoffs, and we're going to be shocked about it. I think they have mostly the same team. My only problem is that they're not scoring. That's the only issue that I'm a little worried about with Calgary, but I still think they're going to be a very good team.
It's my last one because I don't have any more written down. It's in the West. Oh, I also have an East one I crossed out, but I'm buying on the Blues.
Ooh, okay.
You had Montgomery in.
I do have the Blues in the playoffs.
Yes. Montgomery, when he came into St. Louis, really turned things around. You saw how it went in Boston. St. Louis is going to be really good this year. You bring in the ads of Pia Suter. They added somebody else. I cannot think of his name right now. But
I'm not thinking of him either.
Pia Suter's going to be a decent ad. Bennington has proven to me he's redeemed himself. He's proved to me
Nick Bukestad.
Yeah, Bukestad's a good ad.
Logan Miller as well.
I just feel they're going to be good next year. I like what they got there. I believe in the coach. I believe in the goaltending. I believe in the offense. I really do like what St. Louis has going for them, and I feel like they're going to be a divisional team.
I actually have them in the divisional spot as well. So actually, no, never mind. I don't. They're actually fourth for me, so I don't want to spoil too much. And then my final team that I'll buy on that I'll talk about is actually just on the East and the New York Rangers.
Okay.
So I just want to put the Rangers in there.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anybody else you would like to share?
I was buying on the Red Wings, but once again, it's hard to buy on the Red Wings when they're in sixth in the division.
Yeah, it's a little hard to do. So I'm just going to say that. All right. Well, that being said, then that concludes this episode of the Nordic and Leblock podcast. LeBlock, any final thoughts for us?
Trauma's good.
Friday's good. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We will see you guys in the next episode.
Ciao.
I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Man, I just do what I do. To know about you, I just do what I do. Check. That's the intro. See that? Yeah. I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Yo, check. Let me flip this script. I feel privileged for all who can witness this. I am close to divine. Know the moment is mine, need no omen or sign. Providing a back sound to all the squares that ask around. We getting it. My skills pay me. Trying to get a million, baby, with an adopted flow that God gave me. Tell whoever runners that they spot is temporary till I take it, it's mine. I'm selfish. Yo, will tell Miss I'm on my wealth tip. So when we cash out soon, I'm just investing. No yes men. I've been a legend since before mom and dad had me and was best friends. I chew through comp, don't test them. I chew on tracks, cause after that I bless them. I just do what I do. You see me? I just do what I do. I just do what I do. I don't know about you. I just do what I do. Check. I just do what I do. See me? I just do what I do. Feel me? I just do what I do. I don't know about you. I just do what I do.